What's going on, everybody? Thanks for joining us today. I'm super excited because I'm joined by Andy Leidick today. I think it's going to be an amazing session for you guys to learn all about family sessions. So if you're just joining us, just let us know what you photograph and where you're from in the comments. And as we're going through this, if you guys have questions about anything that we're discussing, please let us know in the comments and we'll try to get to them live. And if we can't, then we will get to them afterwards. Andy, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, man. Glad to be able to do this with you. Should be fun.
All right, cool. Can you guys hear and see us all right? Let us know in the comments. I want to make sure before we jump in here. Also, if you are having success booking family sessions right now during COVID, let me know in the chat. Awesome. What's up, Thomas? You're starting Family Lifestyle. That's awesome. Very cool. All right, guys, we got a lot of information to cover on this live today. And I want to give you guys a glimpse because Andy went from doing a couple family sessions a year to I want to launch a brand for family sessions. And he literally launched the brand in February and grew the brand to the point where it is today, only a few months later. And when he launched it, he was able to book around 24 or was it? Yeah, 24 sessions, averaging around 1,200 to 1,500 per session. And so I'm going to be showing you guys the process with which he went through and allowing him to kind of delve into a lot of that stuff. But one thing I want you guys to know about Andy is that he's very meticulous with his processes. And next week or so in the future, we're going to talk more about processes and systems. Because Andy is like a mind map guru. He like maps everything out so you guys can see it visually. And he sends me something and I'm like, what did you do for that? And he's like, here's the mind map. I'm like, of course you have a mind map. So first I'm going to share my screen here. And I just want to show you guys the page that he made for his website. And just so you can get an idea of where he was sending traffic to and what kind of copy and whatnot was being used. So obviously he's got this beautiful photo at the top of the page here with this awesome kid. And, you know, there's a lot of emotion going on here, the beautiful smile. As you scroll down here, they go into what is lifestyle family photography. And if you are out there and you do family photography, that's great, but you're going to make a lot more money if you do lifestyle family photography because it gives you an opportunity to actually get to know your client and photograph what they're most excited about between the love and dynamic that they have with their own family. And so they kind of go into that and they explain it here. And then you've got different galleries from different families. Their work is beautiful. Obviously, that's a big plus as well. You will have a much better chance of booking people if you have good work, right? Then they go into like the different types of collections they have. So it's not just family lifestyle, but they also have some maternity and newborn, Grow With Me, and Fresh 48s. So Andy, talk to me a little bit about the decision that you made to start doing family photography and what made you decide not only to do family photography, but to put in all those other things. Like, were you prepared to do this? Did you feel confident in your ability to photograph these things? Like, talk to me about this.
So we've done family for the last couple of years, but nothing like on official capacity. We did, probably a handful every year. I was like, I really want to do more families. Abby and I shoot together. Abby really gets a lot of joy out of shooting families. It's really where she shines. She's so good with kids. I'm like, we really need to start a brand because we're just not booking enough. Well, we weren't booking enough because we weren't advertising it. So we launched the brand in like late February, and we just wanted to do a little bit more. We wanted to diversify a little more. We do a lot of weddings, we do a lot of boudoir, but yeah, we just wanted to do something a little different.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Now, the one thing that I think is interesting, a lot of you are members of our Facebook ads course, and you're a family photographer, and you have struggled to figure out how to get your ads to be able to convert. Andy basically did exactly what he's done for the past few years with his boudoir model calls and giveaways with and basically did the exact same thing, the same type of model, sending them to a landing page, running ads for it. And all the difference is that you're featuring families and you're targeting families as opposed to boudoir. So it's the same process. And that's why the course is so diverse, where it doesn't matter what you're doing, maternity, newborn, families, boudoir, weddings, the process is still the same. And so the first step that he did was obviously make the page on his website. Then after that, he started a brand new Facebook page. Now, what's interesting about this is that he started this page, you can see right here, February 24th of 2020. Okay. So a couple months ago, and the page already has almost 5,000 people following it. And so if you're wondering, like, how the hell did that happen? Part of the Facebook ads course, there's an add-on lesson that is how to get 10K page likes, or it's like a 3-day page likes booster. And so he ran an ad to be able to generate a bunch of new likes so that the brand new page actually has some social proof on it. Because if this page had like 100 people liking it, it would be much more difficult for people to trust it when he actually runs the ads for it. So
yeah.
And then the interesting thing is also he's doesn't just have a bunch of likes. He's getting pretty decent interaction too. He's got 70 likes on this, 24 comments and a share. This one has 8 shares, 65 comments, right? So this is not just a page that he threw up and has a bunch of random people liking. He's actually getting interaction from it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And part of that goes to the fact that they're posting all the time, right? You're being consistent. You're doing what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. Yeah. And and they're not like really complicated posts either. They're just like, hey, we did a session. This is what happened. And here's some photos. And it seems to do really well.
Right. All right, cool. So we built the page on the website. We built the page on Facebook, brand new page. Then what was the, well, actually, I think I have the ad here. So let me bring this up. All right. Hopefully you guys can see this. It may be small. All right. So this is the actual ad that was run. And if it's too hard for you guys to see, let me just see if I can zoom in a little bit here. There we go. All right. So same picture, right? We talked about this a lot, where the top picture on your landing page really should be, most of the time anyway, the picture that you're using in the ad, so that there's brand recognition. They feel like they're in the right place after they click. But talk to us about this ad. Why'd you use the copy that you used? And how much did you spend on it? And how much did it, how many leads did you get? All that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So we got about 100 leads. It wasn't as much as I would have expected, but like you said, I booked 24 sessions. The conversion rate was almost, 25%. So I was really happy with that. I spent about $500. I think it was like $513 to be exact. And I pushed it out to the audiences that I already had established with our boudoir brand. I tweaked them just a little bit, but I basically just, threw it out there. The copy is very similar to the boudoir promo that we do. It's, there's a couple of slight differences. So one of the big things in this is the first 10 people get something extra special when they book. That creates a sense of urgency. And I think we booked like 15 sessions in the first hour, just from having that in there. And I've done that a couple of times in the past with some of our boudoir stuff, and it's worked really, really well. So I think we give them like a print credit or a canvas wrap, or like a small one, but I forget exactly what it was. But it's something that is not going to have a huge financial impact on us, but also is going to have a pretty large impact on them, because they get to put something up on their wall, which is nice, because most of the people that we work with, don't really have any family stuff hanging on the wall. And I want to say like 80% of the people that we talk to don't have any stuff hanging on their wall. So we're giving them something that they really love. And, we're also creating that sense of urgency. So that's one piece of the copy that I thought was really important. I have it up in the second line and I have it down towards the end too. So just letting people know, like, hey, if you're one of these first 10 people, you're going to get something extra special worth $500. And it seems to do really, really well.
Awesome, man. So what is this ad for? This isn't for a discount. This is literally like, hey, we're opening these lifestyle sessions. You need to jump on it. And if you're one of the first 10 people, you're going to get an extra special gift worth $500.
Yeah, we're not discounting. We're not discounting anything.
Yeah.
We're just saying, like, hey, we're going to give you something extra special. To offer a $500 print credit or a $500 canvas, I mean, the cost for us is very minimal. So it's easy for us to do that. I'd rather do that than discount something because I don't want to take money out of my pocket, but I also want to give extra value to the people who are booking. So it's just that little extra incentive that really seems to help.
Yeah. Very cool. I love that. Now, one thing that I thought was really interesting is that you have a boudoir brand that's very strong.
Yeah.
And you just launched this family brand. And so you're like, you know what? I already have a boudoir group with, what is it, like 7,000 or 8,000 people in it now?
Yeah, a little under 8,000.
Okay. So he was like, I already have this group and it's a boudoir group, but guess what it is? It's a bunch of women that most of which have families as well, right? So you're like, all right, well, guess what, ladies? We are going to be launching our new family brand. And let me just see here, because I think I have the post for that here too. All right, here we go. So he just makes a post into his existing group, right? This is how easy it is for you guys to pivot. All right. Any of you out there that have a Facebook group, I don't care what it's for. If you're already a boudoir photographer and you have a boudoir group or you have a family group or you have a wedding group, this is a great way to leverage your existing audience. And so all he did was make this post, which is for the most part very similar to what he posted on the ad. And he was like, guys, guess what? Keep your eyes out because we're launching on Friday. And then when you launched on Friday, you have the same type of scarcity and urgency, and you just have people eating it up. So I love that. And I think that you guys can all utilize that because boudoir is one of the things that's definitely still booking. But families are the sessions for families are going through the roof, guys. Like everybody wants it. We've all been locked up for months now. And there's like two camps, right? There's people that can't stand their family at this point. And then there's other people that love their family and have really valued this time. But both people are a great candidate for family sessions, especially because you can memorialize this crazy time that we've all been living through, and they want to do something fun. They want something to look forward to. So even if your state is still on full lockdown and you can't even do outdoor sessions right now, people can book these sessions for future dates and just be clear with them about that. Like, hey, these sessions are going to happen, August, September, October, whatever it is. And then try to work with people if you need to reschedule. Like if you start charging people rescheduling fees nonstop, then you're going to really you're not being mindful of what's happening in the world, it's one thing with weddings, and I get that sometimes it's really financially impactful. But when it comes to these types of sessions, just try to be flexible with people, and I think you'll see a big benefit from that.
I mean, we're in New Jersey, right? So New Jersey's like considered one of the hot spots. We've done, a couple of dozen of family shoots since we've been locked down, and we probably have several more planned out over the next month or two. And it's really easy to social distance, and it's really easy to get people out of the house. People are ready to book. People are ready to spend money. People are ready to go out and do stuff, especially now that it's like summer's coming to an end. We're going into August, so we have an opportunity to kind of say, hey, look, let's do this before summer ends because, we can do it safely.
Yeah, that's awesome. And guys, if you are watching this and you have questions about what we're doing here, just feel free to leave a comment. If you're watching this on a replay, make sure you comment with replay, just so we know when you watched it. And I want to go through the exact process. I told you Andy is a big mind map person. And so I want to kind of go through the process with which the potential clients go through when they see his ad and then click on the form. So Andy, can you kind of explain and like walk us through this?
Sure. So we'll start up at the top. When people fill out the form on our website, basically I'll go through it as the client sees it. There's a bunch of stuff that happens behind the scenes, so I'll try to go through it where it makes sense. So client fills out the form, they get an email and our brochure sent right to them. They get that immediately. The box is in orange right below that. As soon as they fill out the form, I have it connected through Zapier. And what happens is they get a text message 30 minutes after they get their brochure, just to remind them like, hey, check out your brochure. It was sent to your email. We can't wait to hear from you. It's just another way of contacting them. We already collect phone numbers on the form, and it's just a really easy way to get in touch with them. And also a great reminder like, hey, we sent you this, go look at it. Then in that first email, they have a link to set up a meeting with Abigail. So we call every single client that inquires with us because we want to build that relationship with them. So Abby gets on the phone to talk to them about, what it is they're looking for, what it is that we can offer them. And just, like I said, building that relationship. Then from there, down on the follow-up stage, that second row, we have an email sequence that's activated. So there's 8 emails and it covers a 30-day period. So we basically are sending them a bunch of emails across 30 days just to remind them like, hey, we're here, let us know if you need anything. But also here's a bunch of information about what we do and just added value of like, okay, here's what you should wear to your session. Or, hey, here's a guide for picking out locations for your shoot and talking about lifestyle and what lifestyle is and why it's beneficial. So if they do book a call, we go down to the third row, this consultation row, set up through Calendly. There's a bunch of text message reminders and email reminders built into that. Then we do the actual call. And then there's another follow-up sequence right after that, just to remind them like, hey, like if you have any questions, let us know. If you need information about a payment plan, we'll work with you. Let us know. So that's basically it. Let's see, what else didn't I cover? So yeah, there's a red box, Easton, in the second row under follow-up. So that one says inquiry is stored in database added to email marketing. So everybody who comes in through this sequence is automatically added to our main marketing list. So we send out emails when we launch stuff or when we're getting ready to do stuff, but we always add people to our database so we can get in touch with them and, increase that repeat business too. Mm-hmm. And then that third row is pre-booking stuff where the proposal and contract is sent. We follow up with them if they don't look at it within 24 hours, just to make sure that, they don't have any questions and we can just go through that with them. And yeah, that's basically it.
Very cool.
It seems complicated, but it is pretty straightforward if you study it and you understand how everything works.
Yeah. I love that. And I think that it's important to point out, like, you guys may be seeing this and going, I don't know what this is, what's happening here. This is crazy. And some of you, you type A's are like, oh my God, this is heaven. And I think that it can really help you guys. We talk about like having promotion calendars and we talk about mapping things out all the time because it's super important. Like, you don't want to get yourself to the place where you're like, crap, I need business yesterday. Mm-hmm. And then that's when you start working on getting all your stuff together. You need to get it together so that you can actually do it more ongoing. And Andy, if you could post a picture of this in the comments on this live, just so people can see it, because it looks like people are saying it's kind of blurry.
Okay. I'm not sure if I know how to do that through this website, but where can I post it in the free group? Would that be okay? That's
what I mean. In the free group.
Got it.
On this live that we're doing should be good.
Yeah, I'll take care of that. And I also wanted to say that this mind map is very similar to how our boudoir process works and almost exactly how our wedding process works. Mm-hmm. So it's very, very similar. It's just slightly different.
So Roberto says, what system platform do you use for sending text reminders?
Awesome. Yeah. So I use Zapier to automate everything, and then Zapier links up with Text Magic. It's 4 cents a text message. So I don't think I spend more than $15 a month on it. But it increases conversions by at least 50%. I mean, it's been insane having the text message reminders. I have more people setting up calls with us, more people, talking to us about their brochure and asking questions in emails. The text messages were huge. So Text Magic, you can do it through Zapier. It's fantastic.
Awesome, man. All right. So if you guys have questions about this so far, let us know in the comments. And I just want to kind of recap. So basically what we're seeing here is that Andy was able to leverage the amount of leads that he's been getting from his boudoir brand, in addition to being able to run brand new ads for his new brand of family lifestyle photography. And all he basically did was start a new page from scratch, used our 3-day page booster add-on lesson from our Facebook ads course to grow that page all the way up to almost 5,000 people. And then from there, he built a page onto his website where he can send all the traffic for family lifestyle sessions and get their opt-in from there. And he uses Honeybook for most of your automation, right?
I use Honeybook as our CRM. It does do most of my email automation. Anything that can't be done in Honeybook, I do through Zapier.
Right. Yeah. And guys, Zapier is like this amazing software that basically allows you to move contact information or actions from one platform to another seamlessly. And so we use it with the Art of Six Figures to when someone's, fills out something maybe from a webinar, then we get them to fire a zap over so that info, that contact info is sent from our webinar software over to our CRM software so that everything ends up being seamless. So Andy, can you talk just a little bit about what you were targeting with that ad?
Yeah.
Parents for the most part?
Yeah. Parents, moms. We do, because we don't want to do just like parents. I want to target single moms. We have a lot of single moms that come to us and do shoots. So we did that. Just my geographical area, I want to say, very similar to like my boudoir audience. So like people who are interested in shopping at certain places. And I do that because people who pay attention to their appearance more and shop at certain places are more likely to want to get photographed. I don't remember where I saw that, but that's what I do. And that has been working pretty well.
Very cool. So we have a question. What software do you use for that, for the automation? We covered that with Honeybook. And then what were your targeting demographics? Basically,
I'm going to pull it up here.
Yeah. Most ads, guys, you want to do a 50-mile radius or so around your central location. And then you just have to think like, what are people interested in? So who first are you targeting? Is it people that have kids? Are you targeting parents? Are you a family photographer? Are you targeting people that are engaged? And then you can start to mess around with some of the demographics for income. And if they are a college graduate or not, that really helps to get people that have more money to be able to spend on things. And then from there, you're really taking your client avatar and inputting it into Facebook. That's why we have an entire section on developing your client avatar, because it's so important to know who that is so that you can understand where do they work, where do they shop, where do they play, what associations do they belong to. Like, for instance, somebody that lives in Utah, for instance, may shop at Patagonia, right? Because it's more of an outdoorsy type location. Whereas maybe a city person is not going to shop there. They may be, shopping at something different that's more high end or luxury or whatever, but it's, just more casual wear. So those are the things you want to look for. So
I have here, I had two groups. I had 25 to 35-year-olds and 36 to 55-year-olds, both of which were targeting parents, targeting women only, top 50% of household incomes, and then the list of like places where to shop: Forever 21, H&M, and there was a bunch of other ones. But that's basically what I do for Boudoir too. It's very, very similar. But like you said, it's reaching my client avatar. The client avatar doesn't change a whole lot from Boudoir to Lifestyle, so that's why I'm using the same one. And like I said, it worked pretty well.
Nice. Well, cool. So guys, hopefully you get a better idea here of how you can use the same system that we teach to book families. You can use this exact same system to book basically anything except for corporate work, because corporate work, for the most part, those people that are running those Facebook pages are not the decision makers. So if you guys have more questions and or you're watching this on a replay, let us know, and we'll keep an eye on the comments after this. But Andy, thanks so much for joining me today, man.
Yeah, man, it's my pleasure. If anyone wants me to post stuff in the group, I can. I did post the process map in the group already, so I can post the other stuff in there too if you guys would like to see it.
Very cool. And side note, you also ran something, what was it, last week, and booked like 9 boudoir sessions or something?
Yeah,
made like $9,000.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Abby booked. I think we're up to 11 now. I think we were going to stop at a 10, but we decided to book one more.
Nice.
But yeah, we booked a couple of like boudoir. We call them mini sessions. They're not quite like mini sessions. They're not priced like mini sessions. But we call them that just because they are, a little bit cheaper than our normal sessions, and they're shorter too. But yeah, we posted in our group. We booked 11 sessions. I think we sold out the first 6 in less than an hour, and then we opened up a couple more dates and sold those out the next day.
That's so good.
All in the group, dude. All in the group.
Yep. Well, guys, if you are interested in more information about how to use Facebook ads for family sessions, about 2 or 3 weeks ago, we opened up the beta program for family photographers. We have a couple people going through that now. As we see success with that, and paired with what Andy's doing here, we're going to continue to tweak the system, and we should be able to open up opportunities for you guys to work with us one-on-one to be able to go through the same system and get you guys some family sessions booked. So keep your eyes peeled for a link in the group to sign up for that. Those are going to be strategy calls that you're going to have to submit to and then get on a call. We'll look over your brand. If we think that you're a good fit for the program, then we'll let you know more details about it. And then you can join, and hopefully we'll crush it for you. All right. Andy, thanks so much for joining me today. And I look forward to more stuff coming from you in the next couple of weeks. And guys, we'll talk to you soon. Thanks for joining. See ya.